Firing!
When we light fire on our terms around these structures, it's a little bit counterintuitive, but we're actually making them safer because it's on our terms, we're there to watch it, and we're consuming that fuel. Then we get in and we mop it up, we extinguish all the flames, and it just allows us to, like I said, take the punch out of that main fire and get everything secured so that we can get homeowners in that much more quickly.
So the pump is drafting out of this little portable tank or pumpkin.
We've done some really good protection efforts with all these homes that are labeled along this whole section of the river.
1,800 gallons of water available.
We also have been doing some very good firing out operations and making sure that we're not putting too much heat on the ground and creating bad fire effects.
A wind-driven wildfire on a parched landscape goes where it wants to, destroying forest and property indiscriminately. Lately, though, weather conditions have been good, and August complex firefighters used the opportunity to carefully burn out along roads and fire lines and around structures.
We have fire progressing high above us behind all these homes on this side of the ridge, continuing to work north. And so if we get any kind of wind switch, all that fire could potentially work its way down to these homes along the highway. So we're trying to fire off small little pieces on our time frame around these structures to kind of keep up with the head of this thing that's slowly working its way north.
We're seeing some excellent fire effects when we burn at night and usually in the late afternoon where the fire is just creeping on the ground.
Ground fire helps to secure an area without the severe fire effects you see after a high-intensity wind-driven wildfire. It is what's meant by the phrase fighting fire with fire.
They're bringing it down to the road to secure it here.
So what we have is a lot of green, so unburned fuel between these structures and the main fire. And so when we burn it out, what we're doing is burning up all of the fuel that the main fire would want to consume on its way to the structure. So what we're doing is taking the punch out of the main fire, so to speak.
Everybody to the road and light the road!
So that way we can fight fire, down on the highway where it's not super steep, up in this unforgiving terrain.
The decision to burn involves more than weather. Burnouts are done a little bit at a time after long days of preparation. That can include installing portable water tanks, pumps, and hoses to protect homes, thinning the vegetation closest to structures and fire lines, and falling hazardous dead trees.
So we prepare our lines by taking down the dead trees and getting it as secure as possible ahead of our firing operation.